Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. And to the governors, both Democrat and Republican alike, welcome. You're on the front lines dealing with extreme weather every day, and I appreciate you taking time to join us here this afternoon. Climate change isn't a partisan issue, it's hitting every state, every community, red and blue. Floods in the Midwest, wildfires in the West, hurricanes on the coast, droughts in the heartland, and as we've seen, we had this ice storm, this front come through and cause a lot of disruption throughout our country this last week. And we all know families are paying the price, and that's why the American Climate Action Act included billions in resilience grants, and that's money going directly to states to harden infrastructure, protect communities, and save lives. We've already awarded over $5 billion to projects in more than 40 states, levees in Iowa, wildfire mitigation in California, flood barriers in Florida, grid upgrades in Texas. And I will have to say that those upgrades, from what I understand, seem to have been working. There was no significant outages reported, at least in my area. I understand my actual residential area suffered a minor um, outage the very first day, but other than that, that was it. Uh, and coastal restoration in Louisiana, just to name a few. These aren't Washington handouts. They're partnerships, they're union jobs, building the projects, local leaders deciding priorities, uh, equally built in so the communities hit hardest get the help they need first. And that's always been my priority here under this administration. At the hardest hit areas, they get their assistance first. And today, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what's working on the ground, and that's why to I talk to local people all the time, because the worst thing I think a president can do, the worst thing that any member of Congress can do, is get up here and lose connection with their home. That is so easily done. And so it's good to have these meetings, and I'm glad everybody's here today. I want to find out what's working on the ground, what barriers remain. These grants are, and how we can make these grants even more effective for your states. Because, when we work together across party lines, we get results. When states are resilient, America is stronger. And when it comes to this country, there really should be no red and no blue. We're in this together. And I truly, truly believe that there's nothing, and I think you've heard another president say that there's nothing beyond our capacity that we can't accomplish, we can't do if we do it together. And that is Republican, that's Democrat, it's independent. Come together and let's create and let's do some great things. That's what they put us up here for. That's why we're here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The roundtable. I appreciate the press so much for coming in today. That is tradition with us here, that we close these meetings not to hide anything from the public, but to express, to have the people who are part of these roundtables to feel free to express genuine concerns and ideals, so that we can better help our fellow Americans. So thank the press very much. Thank you guys, and let's go ahead and get started. Thank you.